What's up, guys? I've got a new video for you. I'm going to be using the Morse Pummeler on Terrace. It's a free-for-all match. But I'd like to talk about video games for a second, if you guys don't mind. And not just the games themselves, but the industry as well. Everyone knows video games are addictive. They're one of the most popular forms of entertainment on the market. To be exact, there have been over 200 billion sales specifically for video games to this date. That really puts a perspective on how much money large companies actually pull in. But of the sales these companies make, the companies that actually make the game and release them only see a percentage. Most of the money is split up and divided amongst the affiliates for some of their services. Most of their services, really. The money that the company actually sees is then divided amongst the team that worked on the game. This can be anywhere from 10 to 50 people. Hell, probably even more than that. And the industry is not easy to make it big in. It takes time, patience, and the inept ability to adapt to the ever-changing world you've just plunged into. Sony, Microsoft, Bungie, Treyarch, Activision, and Nintendo. These are just a few of the biggest design companies out there still producing video games. But not just any video games, top-selling, top-quality video games. They make their games so well that most people assume they are watching a movie that just so happens to be interactive. I mean, if you look back 20 to 30 years ago, games were played in black and white. Once they were made in color, they began to blow up. Arcade machines took over in the industry for almost 15 years. In most cities, there was an arcade just down the street. Gamers would come from any distance just to play these wonderful games, not just to pass time or for some type of entertainment, but to immerse themselves in a new world, a different world, somewhere they would rather be. Video games teach gamers how to play the game and solve problems within the game, but video games also teach gamers how to solve real-world issues. Real quick, guys, in the comments, I want you to answer a simple question. This can be with a story or just a list, whatever you got to do. What have video games taught you? Because we all know that playing video games is fun and addicting. You know, it's a retreat from the real world, but it's more than that. Let's put it in this way. In order for drug addicts to escape, right, they have to purchase their addiction. They then inhale it, snort it, or inject it into their body just to get that high, just to get that feeling of empowerment, that feeling of I'm not in the real world anymore. Well, for gamers, it's a little bit easier for us because we can go to any local retailer, Walmart, Best Buy, Target, GameStop, whatever you guys have. We have Game Over video games here. We can go there, purchase our quote-unquote drug, and then we can escape by getting lost in the TV or monitor screen for hours. We can play these games for hours, guys, getting lost in the story, becoming the character, and living a fantasy life. I recently watched a really interesting TED Talks. It was actually Jane McGonigal. She's one of the top female game designers, but she speaks about video games helping people solve real-world problems. I'm going to go ahead and link it in the description below, but make sure you guys watch all 15 minutes of the video, as it really is extremely interesting. But basically, she talks about how not only do video games help people escape the real world and not have to deal with the problems, the stress, any of that. She talks about how we can use video games to solve these problems like hunger, obesity. There's a few others, guys. I'm drawing blanks right now, but basically, she's just talking about how video games not only help you relax and enjoy the time that you have, but they also help you solve real-world problems. There's a lot of things in life that you can overcome by playing a video game, and there's a lot of video games that have been created specifically for mental disabilities or disabilities of any type, really. And there's even video games in the making right now for the U.S. government, the Army, that are going to help the soldiers actually get a battlefield simulation so that when they actually are out on the battlefield, they know what they're going to be up against, and they're not going to get those first-time jitters. It's crazy to think how far the video game world has actually come and grown in such a short amount of time. And it's crazy to see how far technology has come in a short amount of time. But for video games to just explode in the way that they did and completely take over the market is crazy to think about. It's insane. It's just mind-boggling, really. Again, I'm going to ask one more question in the comments below. I really want an answer, guys. I want to know what your favorite video game of all time is. It doesn't have to be recent. It can be from any period, any era. You don't even have to have played it. You could have seen a video about it. You could have read something about it. You could have seen it in like an old issue of Game Informer or whatever. I want to know what your favorite game is. Or here's a second part of the question. You can answer either one. What is your favorite idea for a video game? And this can be your idea. I would love to hear your ideas. Or it can be the idea of another. Again, maybe you saw it in a magazine. Maybe you read it somewhere. Maybe you, it doesn't matter. Just as long as you share something, I want to know, guys. I really want to hear from you guys. I really just want to know what you guys enjoy. I can tell you now, my favorite game of all time is gonna have to be Galaga. It's an old game. It's made for the little television plug and plays, and it's still a great time. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments down below what you thought of the video. If you liked it, thanks guys for watching. I love you guys so much. Stay beautiful, stay amazing, stay fantastic. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Just help me get my channels out there, guys. Please, I really appreciate it. Have a good day. Love you guys. See ya.